I'm Melly Chinloy, and this is Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle. I'm here with Carol Moda, and she is about to tell you who is Carol Moda.
I am a brand stylist. I am a fashion editor and a photographer.
That's amazing. There's so many things that you do. How did you get that name, Carol Moda?
A good friend of mine gave me that name in 2010, actually October 2010 at one of my events. And his name is Chris Fashion. So he gave me that name, which is fairly similar, but I've pretty much stuck with that since 2010. It's become the name of my business.
So tell us about your childhood growing up in Brooklyn.
Growing up in Brooklyn was actually, I loved it. Growing up there is a lot different than South Florida. We're okay with diversity. You know, everything, it wasn't about color, it wasn't about barriers, like pretty much everyone treated everyone equally.
That's so cool. I have Jamaican, Spanish, and Asian in my background as well, and grew up in South Florida, so that's nice to know that we have that in common. All right, so what values would you say have shaped your perspective in life?
I have a mantra, my word is my bond, and if you know me, then you know that is true. So whatever I do in life, I make sure that before I agree to something, before I commit to something, I make sure that I can deliver it, because I really aim to deliver whatever I say. So that's a number one thing.
Amazing. I think mantras are the best way to go through life, honestly. They help so much. Now tell me, what is one thing that you have, learned from your parents that have brought to you with your values?
To work hard.
Definitely.
Well, like they say, Jamaican people have a lot of jobs, like 3 jobs and more. No, but seriously, my parents taught me to work hard, to have a good education. I do have a good education. I have a master's degree in business. So that right there taught me to be analytic and have strategy. It has given me skills in production, the creative side of me. I come from a family of artists, so that was just natural. Like both my daughter and my son, they're artists as well. Just creating stuff is just like I can think off the top of my head and think of an idea and then bring it to fruition because I have that analytical mind.
Yeah. So tell me, what has been your biggest inspiration?
I would have to say my grandmother on my dad's side. I used to call her Mama. She raised 8 children. Now my grandfather was in the Merchant Marines, so he left her in Jamaica. And they didn't really have a very wealthy lifestyle, but she always managed to make sure her kids were good.
All right, so you seem pretty accomplished though. You have kids, you went to school, now you have your own brands, right? Tell me about your brands.
First brand that I had was Stylist Style Diary. I started that with a friend of mine. Her name was True Ferguson. She was actually Miss Jamaica in like the 90s.
Nice.
Unfortunately, she passed away, but she was actually one of the creative forces behind the magazine. She was actually the original photographer. Another brand, of course, is my umbrella brand, which is Carol Moda Creative, in which I work with different brands to help them with branding. I do a lot of design, web design, a lot of consulting, building strategy.
I love it. I love it so much. It seems like you have a common theme with all of your different brands.
Yes.
And I love that you bring it all together. So that kind of leads me into my next question. So you have all these different brands. Now, what is the common denominator that kind of brings the synergy together for everything?
Fashion, beauty, art. That's a way of me spreading my love for fashion, beauty, art, spreading my love for people, because I love to help brands and businesses to grow.
What are some of your goals in business? Tell us about that.
Really expressing my art, that I have through design and photography, and pushing that out there more, because over the years I focused more on other people and their brands, and I'm just focusing on me as a brand, period.
Right. It's hard to find that balance sometimes, especially when you want to help so many people.
Right?
I get that. All right, so we talked about goals in business and in your job and what brings you that stability, but what about life? What are some goals you have for life and just, enjoying this time that we do have?
Well, I've learned to appreciate work-life balance.
Definitely.
So I have definitely incorporated self-care.
Good.
I make time for it, like I schedule it.
Yep. It's important.
I go to the gym. I take time for my kids.
Good.
Like they're older now, so like I am counselor.
Time and that ability to have fun and enjoy your kids and enjoy
Exactly.
everything that you've created, right? So I think it's really important to have those life goals and keep up with that self-care. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melly Chinloy. This has been Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle, and remember, keep it real.